Good morning, everyone. As we discussed last week, one advantage to the community stemming from my campaign for sheriff is that it has consistently challenged the current leadership and initiated meaningful change within the sheriff's office, even prior to me assuming office. Changes and decisions based off my insight have occurred and will continue to occur only because I am exposing the issues publicly. These issues would never have been addressed by the current sheriff if they were not exposed and if he wasn't being opposed. This week, I want to take some time to talk about jail accreditation. I began my career at the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office as a corrections officer in 1996. Over the next 20 years, I gained hands-on experience before being promoted to a senior leadership role in 2016. My understanding of the history and my deep institutional knowledge equipped me to advance public safety in Winnebago County, delivering results that are measurable rather than just discussed. So I will briefly introduce the background of the jail accreditation plans to lay the groundwork and provide everyone with some historical context on the issue. Back in 2007, the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office relocated to a new jail and office at 650 West State. It's the current location. The Sheriff's Administration at the time had planned to begin the accreditation process for the jail, while the law enforcement side of the Sheriff's Office had already been accredited since 1994. However, Winnebago County experienced budget challenges in 2008, resulting in the staff reductions throughout the county, including the Sheriff's Office. Jail administrators recommended postponing accreditation until staffing levels could recover from the budget crisis. It took several years for the county to start recovering financially and adding staff. Before the accreditation process could begin, Sheriff Myers retired, and Gary Caruana was elected and sworn in as sheriff in 2014. Following a quid pro quo deal that about 2 weeks after Caruana was sworn in, he appointed a new jail superintendent from outside the agency whom had no experience in corrections or corrections administration. 10 years later, in 2024, the current sheriff forced the jail superintendent he put in place to retire and appointed one of his best friends who happened to retire from a different law enforcement agency but had no corrections or corrections administration experience. So as the current sheriff nears the end of his third term, the jail still has not achieved accreditation. Fast forward to today, over 18 years later, after moving into the building in the 12th and final year of the current sheriff's third term, and suddenly, after I announced that jail accreditation would be a priority for me, the sheriff went to the county board to seek approval for a contract with the American Correctional Association, or the ACA, to begin the accreditation process. So they entered into the contract, agreeing to pay the ACA $16,000 to become accredited. I anticipate this accreditation process will be completed before the general election in November 3rd, 2026. This illustrates my point. One advantage of running for sheriff that it has prompted action on key concerns. By bringing these matters to light, I forced the current sheriff to address problems that would have been ignored. The current sheriff is a politician who entered office without prior experience in law enforcement administration. He is managing the sheriff's office without the background of a career law enforcement professional, and his actions appear to focus on personal image rather than operational expertise. Even without officially leading the sheriff's office yet, we are already seeing improvements. Imagine the potential impact on public safety when elected as your next sheriff on November 3rd, 2026. I would be honored to earn your vote to move our community in a positive direction. Thank you, and have a great week.